Next, we glue the foot of the bowl to the bottom of the bowl, and when that's dry, we're ready to assemble it. And here again, I'm just checking to be sure that the sequence is correct. Now we're gluing each ring is glued and it's put together. Checking again to be sure the sequence is correct. The next step in the process is to clamp this up and to leave it in the clamps for at least 2 hours, and then this bowl has to sit overnight before it can be turned. The bowl here is chucked up, and now this I'm going to start on the edge of the bottom. That's the first thing I do, and that's being rounded. Doesn't take long. To do the outside of a bowl this size, it generally takes 10 or 15 minutes. It actually takes longer to finish the bowl than it does to turn it. In the finishing, I mean the sanding and putting the finish on. Here I'm just smoothing the outside of the bowl, and I'm really just roughing it in. Finishing the foot of the bowl here. The important thing here is to be sure that the foot is concave so that the bowl won't rock when it sits. You want to be sure that it's concave here and not convex. Also, I'm decorating the bottom with the grooves. Here I'm finishing the sanding. I've already done the sanding process, and here I'm just finishing. It normally takes a half an hour to do the outside of a bowl, to bring a bowl completely ready to turn to the other side. A bowl this size generally takes about a half an hour. Here I'm using gel polyurethane, and it'll be put on and dried, wiped dry, while the bowl is spinning. I'm just taking the excess off here, and the next thing I do is take a dry cloth and just dry it. That makes the bowl really ready to turn. I've turned the bowl, and now I'm finalizing the outside, getting it good and smooth in the shape I want. And the reason I wait until I turn it to do that is so that the inside and the outside will be absolutely parallel. Here I'm taking the wall down on the inside. And this is the signature of my bowls, is the spot that you see in the bottom. And when that spot appears, I know I've gone deep enough. Here this bowl has been sanded, ready, and it's now finished. Takes probably an hour to do a bowl that size, start to finish. The term segmented bowls refers to the fact that the bowls are made of segments, and in the case of my bowls, each ring that you see in the bowl has 12 segments in each ring, regardless of the size of the bowl. I mean, here's this small bowl and this large bowl. There's still 12 segments in each ring. The segments are just larger to make the larger bowl. And if the pattern is the same in the small bowl and the large bowl, the number of pieces in that bowl, there's 67 pieces of wood in this bowl, and there's also 67 pieces of wood in the bowl that we just turned, because the pattern is the same. While there's always 12 segments in a ring, as you see here, the rings are not always solid pieces as they are here. In quite often in bowls, the segment is composed of more than one piece. For example, in this bowl, the segment has 5 pieces of wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 60 pieces of wood in this ring, even though there's still only 12 segments. we further add the number of pieces of wood in a bowl. In this medallion, for example, there's 24 pieces of wood in each one of these medallions. So 24 times 12 is 288, plus the 12 pieces here, so there's 300 pieces in this ring. So the total bowl, this bowl has 367 pieces in it. This is a few more examples of bowls. This ring, there's 12 segments, but in each segment there's 3 pieces of wood, so there's 36 pieces in each one of these rings, although there's still 12 segments. Here's another example of how a pattern is created from the wood. This makes the bottom part of the cross in that bowl. I hope I've been able to show you in this little demonstration what it takes to do this type of work. And if anyone is interested, if you've got any more questions, please go on my website. It's www.exoticbowls.com, and be glad that you can email me. If you need more detail, you think you might be interested in trying this, please contact me and I'll be glad to help you any way I can. Thank you.